Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Now, I will apologise if there is some coughing or some spluttering or the odd sneeze, as I'm still all fluey. However, we are bringing you the raw excitement that is another Spartan line battle, and this time it is the Prussians versus the Brits. Now, let's have a look. Over on the British side, we have the 59th, the Spartans, of course, and the 57th are in there as well, along with the 61E. And Fitzjoe's managed to kill somebody. And let's see. There's plenty in there. Now, on the opposing side, the 1st FG, Swiss 1st, and the 77Y are in here as well. How lovely. Posh Gaming 42, and plenty of others in there as well, as you can see. The 78th in there as well. Anyway, let's just find out what's going on. Aha! The 78th, under the command of Alexander Ross, with a fine beard today. And you can see his... Oh, look at that line, don't they look... Oh, torpedo head. There's John Watson, who's obviously going in with his periscope and looking to sneak up on the enemy. And there's another torpedo head there, Richard Halford. So these guys all making their way back. And at the back is Lieutenant Colonel George Smollett from the 78th. Now, over on their right-hand side, in the fine black uniforms, is Major Birch from the 23rd, and we have a drummer, musician, Captain Zebra. Fantastic stuff, looking forward to some drumming goodness, and here we go, plenty of fire coming in from these gentlemen from the 78th as their team members from the 23rd move over to the left flank. So, let's see who else is moving up as well as the gunfire continues past the camera. We can see the Swiss are making their way over to the right flank. We have got another section of Prussians under the command of Oberst Dust, the 3E, the Swiss 3rd. So you can see these guys all moving out. Fusilier Hector, Soldat Jacob, Grey Seal, all these lovely people. And there's Cool Cadet at the end, who is a cadet. So, these guys are moving out. Now, you can see here that these lines are quite mobile right now. And they're looking to maybe see if we can actually get up high and get an idea of where the British forces are. Now there's the Brits there, and you've got more Brits over on the right hand side, and you can see these lines. You can see the Prussians are starting to move over quite significantly to the left hand flank, and as a result of that, the Brits have immediately reacted and started to move to counteract. Now this is where it gets dangerous, where this line of Brits is making their way past their team members and hopefully not get shot in the head. And here is the 57th. As you can see, Edward Paddington in there as well. And at the back, Thorn Ole. And I'm feeling a sneeze coming on. Oh, listen to those bullets going past the camera. Fantastic stuff. Here is Kincaid from the 59th. Fine flutage from musician Michel. Listen to that, isn't that... Oh dear, that was unfortunate. So, look at that. Fantastic fire coming in there. And the 59th recruit managing to kill Medieval Hawk. So, good fire coming in on the Prussians. So you can see these Prussians here are going to be taking a little bit of fire. And you can see they've lost a few people. Oh, lovely fire coming in there. Drumming occurring. Musician Captain Zebra drumming his way out of trouble. And he's moving the guys out. As you can see now, it looks like the 57th and the Swiss, well, the Swiss are getting into a nice stand-up fight. So, here are the Swiss, and they are taking a lot of battering. Unfortunately, they didn't have the numbers, and it looks like the 57th have actually done a number on them quite significantly. Here they are. There's Thorn Ole. Look at this lovely line. And with Albert Frost at the far end there commanding. So you can see there, they're doing quite well in that regard. Now, it looks like the 77Y are in a bit of a punch-up right now. Let's see. Here we go. This is where it's all happening right now. As there's Grenadier Buda, who's defending himself from the attack of the Brits. Unfortunately, Buda gets taken down. And let's see who's left remaining over here. This looks to be whoever is commanding officer for today. It's Abercrombie. Lieutenant Abercrombie, look at him. Oh, listen to those bullets. Oh, that's fantastic. And there's Rye Morale also moving in and going back to the lines of the Prussians. Hit and Blast gets finished off. And it looks like the line is now going to move out. So here we go. Lieutenant Haumpf, I think that's how we pronounce it, from the 61E, leading the Scots Guards into the fray. And you can see also over here, members of the Spartan. There's Peltas Murtagh. There is the commanding officer, Obelix, with a fine battle nozzle. Look at that nozzle, ladies and gentlemen. And the moustache as well, in keeping with Obelix. And the pigtails, of course. Just fantastic face. Anyway, so he's in there with his line. And we're just waiting to see what's going on. There's Archimedes. And those guys are going to be moving out, as I think he can't let go of his weapon. He may have had an accident with super glue. It's difficult to tell. Anyway, or he could be lagging out. It's difficult to see. So, Obelix and the Spartans move out. And it looks like they're actually going to be in a little bit of problems because of these guys who are lining up ready to fire at them. This is the 1st FG. And now, or at least that was Mark Daniels. Sorry, Mark. Commentator's curse again. And let's see. Patrick Walters, Colonel of the 1st FG. And you can see that they're trying to move over to the right flank to go up against the Scots Guards that is the Spartans. And you can see a little bit of fire coming in from them. But at the same time as that's happening, this long snaking line is coming in from the 78th. There's Matthew Ferguson. And these guys are going to look to move up onto one side, maybe of those Scots Guards, to see if they can outflank them. There's Alexander Ross leading the guys forward. He is armed with a musket as well, deciding not to go for the pistol option. And here we go. Melee is brought into as Obelix comes in as well with the Spartans to assist the 61E, who are under massive attack from the Prussian forces. And it looks like the Scots are managing to equate themselves quite well. And it looks like, oh, look at this, a massive stand-up battle going on with the Spartans. Oh, this is terrible. Obelix losing pretty much most of his team except for one person. Who is that one person? That's Diomedes. Oh, look. Lovely stuff indeed. And now Obelix and Diomedes are going to hide behind a tree, but Obelix doesn't survive. Takes a bullet, and poor old Diomedes gets absolutely air-conditioned. So, rip indeed, yes. The Spartans have been wiped out by the 1st FG. So, let's just see what's going on with the numbers. 40 and 45, so the numbers are still pretty even. And these fine Prussians here, from the 1st, there's Dutch Doge, and there is the 78th, Private John Watson, moving out, and you can see them setting up a new line, ready to engage more forces over here. Now, let's see who these forces are. As you can see one Prussian running for his life, Cadet K-Man. You can see these guys doing a lovely job. 59th, Bassie the Cow, Moo. There's Musician Michel, but also, as a result of that, as you can see, Kincaid from the 59th leading the troops to follow up and get into a supporting position for these guys who are now moving up even closer. So there is the 57th getting up close and personal to the Prussians. And let's see what's going on. There's the Swiss also taking some casualties as well. And there we go. See some more casualties coming in onto these fine fellows from the 57th. And another one goes down. And yet another one. Wow, the 1st FG are doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job of long distance. Really, really accurate shooting today. So, the 78th, Colonel Alexander Ross moving out, along with his Lieutenant Colonel, second in command, George Smollett. And now, you've got Abercrombie, who has joined the back of the 78th, as he's the last member of the 77Y remaining. And so we shall move over to find out what's going on over here. As here are the sharpshooters, the 1st FG, under Patrick Walters. He is now leading them out. And you can see they've suffered a few, I'd say a few casualties. You know, not too many. But you can see, obviously, you know, where the bodies lie. Sometimes after a period of time, the bodies will disappear, depending on the settings of your game. And more fire coming in. The 1st FG taking down a member. Poor old Pigeon has been murdered. Ouch. Rimuru gets finished off as well. As you can see, also another member of the Prussians is finished off, and George Smollett has just murdered a teammate. Oh dear. Oh, poor George Smollett. So a bit of discipline going on. Let's see if we can find out where the 2E are, because they're the ones who are having a little bit of a battle. Evan McFarlane there, looking around for the 2E. Look at this. This just massive battles going on between all these lines. And there's Albert Frost from the 57th, loses another man as they start to move backwards. And now it gets onto the melee on the top of the hill. And this is a really desperate situation for the Brits, as they are down significant numbers. And now they're under attack, 30 versus 22. So look at them being absolutely penned in here by the members of the Prussian army. And yeah, what can I say? The Prussians are always going to be a problem. I've certainly noticed that in my Napoleon Total War campaign, and it's proving to be the case here as well. A fine stab into John Dawson from the 57th. And the Prussians have won the day there as McFarlane gets taken down. Now, let's have a look at the English numbers. 14 remaining. Looks to be most of the 59th. If we can find them. Here we go. There's Michelle the musician, doing a fine fifing job right now. But these guys have got a rather big hill to climb. Oh dear, for that reason, a nice ambush. Oh, fantastic ambush coming in from the Swiss first. Absolutely perfectly timed. Unfortunately, they lost their commanding officer. And this is an absolutely superb ambush they got onto these guys. But unfortunately, I think they've taken down a few of the opposing number. Will it be enough? We shall have to wait and see. Sassy the cow, dodging left and right, trying to avoid those bullets. You can see him literally like... Oh, yeah, that didn't go well. So, unfortunately, the cow is now on his way to being hamburger. And Recruit Douglas is looking for an opportunity to shoot back at the enemy. However, I don't think that's going to happen, as Komar PL gets taken down very quickly indeed. And in we go for the stabby dozy do, ladies and gentlemen. The stabby goodness is occurring. And you can see the 59th are really suffering badly right now, as they are pretty much up against the entire enemy. There's Private Polat trying to survive, but unfortunately there are too many Prussians. Over here on the side, here is Liljeman trying to survive, takes a stab to the back as well. He is literally trying to defend himself against the whole Prussian army. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, success for the Prussians in the first round. And we'll be right back with round number 2. And so, after a slight rebalancing, a bijou balance-et, so to speak, we are back with round number 2. So, let's see. Prussians. Look at these fellows, marching out in multiple lines. Oh, look at this. The 1st FG alongside the 78th. How wonderful these fellows look. We shall follow them as they go into battle. And there is the 77Y. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, fantastic. There's Hit and Blast at the back. .94 and 100. Looking good. Commanding Abercrombie. Lieutenant Abercrombie. Soon to be Corpse Abercrombie, if his track record is anything to go by. And we've got a few people running to keep up. There's Bobby Maru. There's Kigami. And Wombat has died. There's Private Mouse as well. So, let's see if we can find out what's going on, as it looks like the Spartans are getting into a bit of a stand-up fight. Let's see if we can find those buggers, because you know they're up to something. There's the 23rd. Here we go. Here are the Spartans. Oh my goodness. It's kicked off already on the hill. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Absolutely mass carnage into the Prussians. And you can see huge amounts of the Prussians have been taken down. And a nice team kill from Thracian into Peltast. Archibos. Very unfortunate. Obelix will not be happy. And so it looks like that Prussian attack has been repelled. But you can now see additional movement here from the Swiss 2E. And they're moving over, supported by the Scots Guards on the left-hand side. That is the 61. Look at these fellows. Also, Scots Guards. You see the Swiss 3E. Oberst Dust. Whoops-a-daisy. Somebody getting out of position there. And these guys are using their numbers to try and decimate as many of the Prussians as they possibly can. Now, who's over that hill? Who is this fellow? Cookie Monster. Fusilier Cookie Monster from the Swiss first. Look at these lovely guys. Don't they look fantastic? Okay, so he took a bullet coming in from what looks to be the Prussians. Okay. As we fly the camera over the British Army. Look at this, moving out in 3 lines. Now, here's the question. Will the 3 lines get caught up? Look at this. Yeah, oh my god, it's a line crash. Very nearly a line crash there. As you can see, one line moving, all snaking. This is like watching some kind of Napoleonic Wars version of Tron. The light cycles. It's slowly getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And there it goes. A complete... Oh dear. Yeah, that didn't go well. Oh dear me. Never mind. But it doesn't bode well for the British Army for the forthcoming battle as the fire comes in. Oberst Nicholas taken down very quickly. And you can see, oh, look at this fire. Fantastic fire coming in from the 57th. Invitational pre-patch there. Taken out. The temple also finished off as well as they start to move out. But look over here. A wonderful outflanking manoeuvre by the members of the 59th. And also the Scots Guards of the Swiss first. So they've done a beautiful outflanking manoeuvre, and now they're leaving it to their teammates to finish off. Sir Eddington trying to finish off the last member of the Prussian infantry. Kate's a stab. Who is that last man? Oh, wow. Lovely stab from William Frederick from the 57th. Unfortunately, it wasn't quick enough. There's Patrick Scald. He takes a stab, manages to block the next one. He's going to be coming under fire pretty soon. He's dodging those bullets. He's dodging that bayonet. How long can he dodge it for? As Patrick Scald, look at that. Sir Eddington with a kill onto his teammate, and Squizzle takes down Patrick Scald. So Sir Eddington with the fine team kill. Never mind. These things happen. Oberst Dust and the 3rd. Look at these guys getting ready to move. Now, let's go up high to find out what's going on. Oh my goodness, look at that. The bodies everywhere. Absolutely brutal. As now you can see them firing into the enemy who are somewhere. I would say the enemy... Let's see, the smoke was going out this direction, so... we shall have to wait and see. As Fusilier Cookie Monster has been murdered horribly. And we have another line over here on the right-hand side as the 3E is getting into a lovely fight going on. Here is the 61E, Fusilier Swinfton. And they will be going up against... Oh, look at this, the 1st FG. They're going up against multiple lines. This could be very unfortunate for the 1st FG. So I should say, yeah, look at that. They've had to run out. Look at that. Wow, they've lost a lot of people there. And that was a stand-up fight they could not afford. Unfortunately, they had to stand their ground. And they literally got absolutely butchered by the members of the 3 Swiss. And over on the other side, the 59th, who basically brought significant firepower down onto them and was able to deplete their numbers quite seriously. And now, as a result of that, these guys are having to cheese it in the opposite direction. But the problem is they are being outflanked by the likes of the 59th. Over here are the Scots Guards of the 61E. There's recruit Charles Durand. And let's see what's going on. These guys are using the hill to their best advantage. Maybe they can just sneak out of the way. if they can stay out of the eye line of the Brits, they can actually get away and rejoin with the rest of the Prussian army. But, uh-oh, this is what's going to be the problem. It's the 59th, and here we go. They've got to stand and fight, and this could be the end for the 1st FG against that sheer weight of numbers, and they're going to be fighting uphill. Look at this. This is not good for the 1st FG. They are trying to dodge left and right. They've managed to dodge all over the place. Pistol shots coming out as well from the commanding officer, and they're trying to run uphill. Another member gets taken down. Glorfindel also gets finished off. There's a name I recognise from Lord of the Rings. Musician Michel doing a fantastic job. Fantastic fifing coming in from Musician Michel. So, let's find out. Oh heavens, look at all this. We shall fly over. Oh dear, this is not good. This is not good. The Swiss 3rd have just taken a couple of casualties as they moved in. A fine ambush coming in from the 77Y. They moved into that hill, waiting for their enemy to come over the hill, and fusilladed them as soon as they came over. And there we go, there's Tajark 95 taken down, and now we get onto the melee in this rather bush-covered hill, and you can see that it's not going to be good for the 77Y. They are outnumbered. There's Abercrombie trying to defend himself from multiple Englishmen, and down goes Abercrombie, and that's really not good for him. Here's Hit and Blast. He's got his sabre out. Will he be able to survive against a complete onslaught? Oh, maybe Hit and Blast will actually get lucky. No, he's not going to get lucky anymore because they've seen him, and now he's going to have to run. And he attacked from behind the bush. So Hit and Blast with the patented bush attack. And now he's taken down one member of the enemy forces. Now, is he going to run? Or is he going to stand and fight? So at this current moment, he's up against 2 members of the British Army. And he's blocked one sword, but he's got to watch his back because of that other member who's sneaking around. And that's what he's trying to watch. He's trying to watch that guy over on the left. Nice block there. Oh, ducked underneath the sabre of Hit and Blast. Fantastic. And now it's about to get a whole lot worse for poor Hit and Blast for this reason. Now the rest, he kills one man and then another army turns up to kill him. So poor Hit and Blast, not with a lot of luck. But look at this. The rest of the army standing back and actually letting their commanding officer fight out with Hit and Blast. So quite good. Nice honour there, I have to say. Nice honour to allow their commanding officer to fight it out with the enemy. Major Duke. So good discipline there by the 59th with one of the 3E sitting on the end. So Hit and Blast taken down. Hitten's a scrub, yeah. I quite agree, that dirty scrub. And so now the 59th will move out. And here we're seeing 78th, Colonel Alexander Ross, fighting against the 61E. There's Recruit Elendil. Or Elendil? Yes, Elendil, not Elendil. And now you can see here John Jones, still on the 78th. Having a slight seizure by the looks of it, but he's trying to fake out his opponent to try and block it, and unfortunately doesn't succeed. So now you can see remaining members of the Prussian infantry. Matthew Ferguson taking down multiple Scotsmen, or trying to, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The British win the second round, and we're off to a new map. We'll be right back. And so we return, ladies and gentlemen, after a map change. As you can see, a little bit of rebalancing, only one difference, pretty damn good, and we are live, as Monsieur Obelix has told us. Somebody then dies, as you can see multiple people from the 23rd stabbing themselves in the testicles. Very unfortunate. As let's see what's going on. Here are the Spartans. '88. And who is this lone soul? 77Y, Goody Gamer, who seems to be all on his own. Been left behind by a large majority of them. Aha, 57th Invitational, No Mercy. And here is the other members of the 77Y getting lined up. There we go, the fire coming in from these guys, as you can see, looking fantastic. As usual. Why is he firing over there? That would be why. because there's British people in that direction. As we move over to find out who these Brits are who are running the gauntlet of gunfire and musket balls. And it is the 57th, Evan McFarlane, Alexander Huntsman, who's this? Wilfred Mackay, John Temple, Ryan Cooper, Edward Blount, Mark Aldred, Patrick Scald, George Griffin, Jack Lowen, Edvard Paddington. These are probably all historic names. So, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. As we move over, they're being supported by the 59th. Kincaid there. That's another line. Look at the length of that line. Snaking around. Oh, dodging. Oh, what's going on? I think Ardvarkan is having a slight seizure. But they are spreading out quite significantly as gunfire. Yeah, that's why they got surprised by the Prussians. Nasty, nasty surprises coming in from the Spartans, supported also by the 1st FG, doing a fantastic job, and they've now backed off. The enemy has backed off, and now you can see the 57th running into dodge. They know that they can't reload that quickly, and now they're going in for the melee, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Stabby goodness ahoy. And down goes Hadley very quickly indeed from the 1st FG, and you can see here continuing with the stabbing, and you can see yet more members of the English going down over here. Yes, I think that was very quickly over. The 1st FG made very short work of their enemy, as did the 61E as well. So a nice little ambush coming in there from the Prussians. Meanwhile, on the left flank, the 1st FG under Patrick Walters are moving over to the left. The good chance that it will be the Spartans moving up the centre under Obelix, and then out to the right hand flank will go the 61E. So let's see, because there are the Brits making their way, trying to get out of trouble. But who's this? Looks like a regiment caught in the middle of gunfire from two directions. This can't be good. Let's see who these fellows are. It's the 77Y, of course. Getting up close and personal. Out come the guns. Going up against a switch second. There's Cadet Bullet. Going up. A nice stab into one of the enemy. Cadet Bullet trying to defend himself against two men. Takes one stab, takes a second stab, goes down. Johnny 89 finishing him off. And here is Conscript Actium. And you can see Posh Gaming also looking to finish off the remaining members of the 59th. Recruit Shadow, unfortunately, not avoiding that bayonet. Who over here remains alive? Dommy. Oh, lovely stab from Dommy, working together with Private Shine. And down goes Abercrombie, the commanding officer of the 77Y for this evening, has been finished. And wow, so is Aberdam as well. Very nasty goings on, as you can see here. Lots of stabbiness going on with the 78th. Who are they up against? Oh, that was the 59th. Colonel of Horse Hypno, minus Horse. And there we go, the Prussians have won the round. Holy crap, that was over really quickly. And so, we shall move to the next round. We'll be right back. And so, we return to the next round. And, you can see here, the Prussians already starting their fire. The 78th are engaging the enemy, and you can see long distance, while other members of the Prussians move up. So you see these guys from the Spartans and the 77Y flanking them on the left side. Now moving up on the far left flank, as I pause to cough. Sorry everyone. There's 77Y as well. So here you can see a finer detachment of the 77Y as Abercrombie is getting himself sorted out. Whoops-a-daisy. As they are now engaging the enemy, or trying to. Oh, a fine shot there from Axiom, taking down Recruit Shadow from the 59th. And Recruit Shadow complimenting him on a nice shot. Here is the 59th. Bubble Fart. What a great name. Fantastic name, Mr. Bubble Fart. And you can see fifage from musician Michel. Continuing. Look at him doing his fifing duty with no fear of bullets. But picking up a gun just in case he needs to shoot back. So he's done his fifing, and now he's going to fire back. So he's done his... And he returns to fifing. Right, there we go. The fifing's complete, and now they go up against the 77Y. As the stabbing begins, ladies and gentlemen, here is the 59th getting into it in a nice melee fight with the 77Y. Let's see, there's Bassie the Cow over on one flank. As you can see, this gentleman who gets taken down. Michel! No, Michel got team killed. The poor Pfeiffer has been team killed. But it looks like multiple members there of the enemy have taken him down. Who is this man who's left standing? There's Zach back. And down. Down goes one of the enemy. So let's just see. Diomedes now being killed by Murder Minton, I think. So here's the Swiss second, Cadet Bullet, looking to fire back against the enemy as Demons managed to kill Soldat Jacob. And now we're watching as the Spartans move out, as one of the Spartans catches a bullet. It's Khazar or Khazar, I don't know. More Spartans. Oh, look at this. The Spartans suffering lots of casualties right now. They are really suffering as a result of that. And as a result, I think Obelix is going to have to move to a less... What's the word I'm looking for? A less vulnerable position, because him and what remains of his line is being fired at by multiple members of the 59th, I believe they are. As Murtag also gets taken down. It's the 2E, my apologies, 2E. So it's actually a combination of the first and the Swiss 2E and the third. So doing a fantastic job, and they decided to stand and fight. So you can see the bullets coming out now from the Spartans, and they are looking to try and kill as many of those as they possibly can. There's Alexander Ross, sorry, not the Spartans, the 78th, my apologies. And you can see these guys now looking to provide a little bit of firepower back up against the enemy. Now, we shall look over to what appears to be a battle going on between the 57th and the 77Y, as Hit and Blast manages to take out John Dawson, and now the melee begins, as you can see here. The 77Y, here is Hit and Blast, and they are up against the likes of the 57th. John Temple with a fine stab into Sean, and a kill into Buddha as well. Lovely stab going in here from the Lance Corporal from the 57th. Unfortunately for him, he didn't last very much longer, as he was brutally stabbed by Mr. Hit and Blast. And so it looks like the Prussians might just win the day in this particular battle. Mike Graham, private from the 57th, going in with a beautiful stab onto Hit and Blast. And now he's going up against another member. It's Cody Gamer, or Gody Gamer from the 77Y. And now he's... Oh, look at that. He tried to fake him out by turning to fight, hoping he'd follow him in. But no, that's not what's going to happen. Look at this. And a finishing stab coming in from Gody, finishing off his enemy. Fantastic stuff. And who is now leading the line of the 77Y? It's Private Mouse. Oh dear. Or at least Mouse is now off on his own. So let's see if we can find out where the rest are. And more Brits. The third, and you can see a few members of the third have taken some damage. There's Dommy, and there is Space. Adjutant Uno Space. Now, let's see. Numbers. 77 versus 84, and it's 12 and 11. Well, okay, maybe less now. Yeah, it's 11 and 11. So it's all even right now. Okay. The third. Over here. Abercrombie. And now they're going up against multiple Scotsmen. That's always a dangerous thing. A fine stab from Abby. Into one. But unfortunately couldn't dodge another. As we move over to the first FG with their little line. Or what's remaining of their line. And now you can see here Godey doing a fantastic job of taking out multiple enemies. And now let's just see what's going on. As now Godey is trying to defend himself. Takes one stab, goes for a quick turn to can he get the stab as well. And the Prussians have won that round, ladies and gentlemen. And we're on to a fun round. And so we are live with the fun round. And as you can see, they're all armed with rockets. And I'm going to bravely bagpipe through the rockets. Right, so this is the direction that I want to bagpipe. Holy crap. Here we go. Oh God, I'm going to regret this. Oh Jesus Christ, that was close. Oh my God. Oh Jesus Christ, no. Explosions everywhere, damn it. Oh my God. So many explosions. Rocketry. Brave bagpipe. Oh, brave bagpiping occurring. Oh, let you see that rocket go past my head. Oh my goodness! How have I survived this far? I guess because they're not shooting at me. So many rockets. No, go away. No, get off. Ah, you buggers. Damn those guys. Dear oh dear. Oh my goodness. How I survived that long, I've no idea. So many rockets, look at all these. It is completely ridiculous. And this is why rockets weren't used that much in this particular era, because of the sheer inaccuracy. Oh. Going into battle with a rocket, interesting. Look at all this shrapnel flying all over the place. Oh, fantastic. As they charge into battle. John Scott from the 78th leading the way. No melee, no shooting. Interesting. Oh dear. Anybody in that rock? No. Not currently. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The rockets have now run out of ammunition. Well, almost run out of ammunition. There's still a few. Oh, this could be messy. Oh. And the battle in the centre continues. Look at this. Fantastic stuff. And team killing's on. Oh dear. Fantastic. Cookie Monster is finished. Who's this man who's left? It's all melee against everyone. And there we go. Francis Mackenzie is murdered horribly. Followed by the inevitable team killing. Oh, hello Beacon. The last Brit remaining. And not anymore. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the episode for today. I hope you have all enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next time for more. Take care.